Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I'm going to review the 2005 movie Coach Carter, starring Samuel L. Jackson. It was released in 2005. It's based off the true story, of course. Most people know this. But I want to deal with this from a particular angle that some people may not have been aware of necessarily as it relates to this movie. This movie is so revolutionary, and I say it's revolutionary because when you consider the time that this movie was released, I remember going to the theater the specific day this movie was released in 2005. I went to the Camelot Theater here in Greenville, and I remember the effect that this movie had on everybody in that particular theater room. And I remember people crying and even discussions taking place after the movie was over. And it really showed me the power of conversation. Those at the Richmond High School, they were coming from a context, most of them, where you didn't see community, you didn't see a consistency, and you didn't see any type of hope. So when you have a coach like Coach Carter who's coming in to kind of change the system, it really presents like this different space of thinking, like, who does this guy think he is to come in here and tell me what I should be doing with my life? Like, who does he think he is? Like, honestly, who does he think he is, right? So then you go into the space of, well, maybe we can actually change. Maybe this isn't the end. Maybe all hope is not lost, even in the context of where I come from, as far as where I grew up and what I saw growing up. Maybe this man, Coach Carter, is actually like hitting my heart in a specific way, and I don't like the way that it feels. I don't like the fact that somebody can actually care about me and not want anything outside of that. It's just a genuine care, and it's just a genuine concern for my soul and my sanity on the basketball court and off the basketball court. So as the movie progresses, you'll see their relationship is tested. He has some encounters with some of the players, and even with those players that are encountered and you have some resistance, there are people within that space who are on the team who are like, no, we're committed. Like, we want to be better, coach. Like, we want to see this go forward. We want to see this progress into something that will change not just our school, but more importantly, change our life. So even after basketball, we'll have something to cling to. We'll have something to hope in, because it won't be this pre-rehearsed need to fake it until we make it. We can actually be our true self and live in our truth. So this movie, Coach Carter, really dives into the humanity of a person. I do believe that. I believe that this movie delves into the subject of recovery. It deals with the subject of addiction and what that looks like in the context of different people groups. It looks into the topic of violence in a specific way, and how you can kind of persevere through that violence, or even to some degree you fall victim to it. And it's all based in our response to the particular outbreak that's going on in our city. And what I felt as far as this movie specifically is a real charge and a push to really serve my community just on a personal level. This movie really inspired me at a young age to want to serve on a deeper level. To meet people where they are, and not to shame them because of their background, and not to shame them because of where they come from, but to really do ministry and do life where it exists, to impact the community that I serve in. And that looks different for everybody. So I really want to send a kudos to everybody involved in retelling this true story. This movie was way ahead of its time. Again, it was released in 2005, and it still resonates today because there's so many specific themes in the movie that you can relate to. And even as you go through the movie, for those of you who haven't watched it before, you will see that Coach Carter really goes out of his own personal way to engage these guys and meet them where they literally are. He doesn't try to superimpose his opinion on them. He doesn't try to get them to change immediately. He just organically allows it to grow on the court and off the court, because it's not just about the sport. It is about the motive behind the sport. Yes, that is the other theme of this movie. It's the motive behind, why are you being so kind to us, as from the player's perspective. Why are you being so considerate of us? We haven't had this previously. What is your MO? What is your main objective? Why are you here? What can we expect from you? And will you stay around long enough for us to actually grow? Because the last time we tried to trust someone in the same context, we were let down. So can you as a coach actually guarantee that you will stay? And that is a primary theme that I identified throughout this movie, even thinking about it recently. The themes of consistency, relevance, love, accountability, and just being are so heavy in this movie. And I definitely recommend this movie. I want you to watch it. If you haven't seen it, rewatch it if you have seen it. But if you have not watched it, I definitely recommend watching it for the first time. It is an amazing true story that will change your life and change and enhance your perspective. And I say that because it definitely enhanced my perspective in so many specific ways. This movie, again, doesn't need to receive national acclaim to be effective. I believe if it's leading people to change something in their personal life, or to even do some self-evaluation on how they can change and evolve and be more empathetic and loving, I believe that is the purpose of great art. And it is relative still today, all these years later. So check out Coach Carter today. I believe you will enjoy this movie. I believe it'll change and enhance your perspective, and it'll increase your love capacity too. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will follow me on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Avery's Movie and TV Review. Follow me on Facebook. All my links are in my link tree. And stay in peace, not pieces.